Hey, what's good, everybody? Today's video, I'm gonna take a rest day. You seen my workouts yesterday, then you know I'm kind of sore today. So I figured I'd come at you with some tips on the training for the pull-up, let you know the things that we do and what helps us, possibly, even help you get your first pull-up if you haven't got that done yet. So this is basically for beginners and for anybody wanting to step their game up and get more tips. So first off, I got my son out here with me. He's gonna perform some of these exercises that I'm gonna come over here, Vaughn. He's gonna perform some of these exercises I'm gonna show you guys. So first thing we're gonna start off with, if you're a beginner, before your workout, you should be warming up. So what we like to do is, what I always warm up with, I do chain breakers, which is this movement right here, and you open your chest wide. It'll break up any tight muscles, just get loose. Of course, shoulder rotations, forward and backwards. That's pretty common sense there. Another thing that we do, we have this yellow band, and I believe that this is a must every day. So work with me here, let me get it for you all. So I got this yellow band here. It's pretty much like a resistance band. You can use it to step on, do curls, whatever. I use it for stretching out. So what I like to do is I'll grab the band, and it's a shoulder rotation warm up. I come over the back, I'll turn to the side so you can see, come all the way down to the back, all the way forward. And I'll repeat this about 10 times, and I do that for probably 2 to 3 sets, depending on how sore and stiff I'm feeling that day. But it's it gets your shoulders warmed up. You're about to be using your shoulders, your back, and everything when performing the pull-up. So first things first, you beginners out there, you warm up. It's important. Hit a couple jumping jacks. I do about 3 sets of 10 to 20 jumping jacks to get the blood flowing, and then I warm up with this band here. Make sure it prevent any shoulder injuries that you could possibly get from this. You get an injury, then you're not going to be able to perform the exercise, period. But anyways, now we're gonna go ahead and move on, and what I'm gonna show you is my son's gonna get on this pull-up bar over here. And the first thing we do, work with me while I adjust the camera, he's gonna hang onto the pull-up bar and basically just hang there. Go ahead and hang on there. So basically he's just gonna hang on the pull-up bar just like that right there. Now, as you see, he's on the bar, so this is what we like to do. We'll start off for a warm-up. We'll hang on the bar from anywhere, however we feel, however long we feel. And then we get off, of course, when we're done warming up. You can get off now. So then we get off, of course, when we're done warming up. That's just to basically prepare your body and your mind to get ready to know that you're about to do some work. Also, hanging on the bar for long periods of time, it increases your grip strength. So I suggest doing that as a beginner a lot throughout your day. That way you can get used to hanging there. The longer you're able to hang on the bar, the more pull-ups you're able to do. So another exercise we're going to show you, this is the exercise we do right before we begin the pull-ups. And this is a scapula retraction, and it warms up the scapula muscles in your back. Those are your pulling muscles that's going to be used during the exercise. So he's going to hang on to the bar. This time he's going to actually pull, but when you pull, you want to be at a dead hang, and you don't want your arms to bend. So what you want to do is keep your arms straight, as he's going to show you. Go ahead, hang on the bar. So now he's hanging on the bar, and then he's just going to pull from his scapula. Go ahead. Yeah, you see it? And that's the 2 muscles in the back that he's activating. As you can see, he's not bending his arms. He's just pulling with the scapula muscles. And we do that for however many reps that we feel, warms us up. So then we'll get off the bar. You're good. Then we get off the bar, and we rest a little, pretty much treating it like an exercise, for sets. I recommend every beginner out there do these scapular retractions. If you need more advice on how to perform that exercise, you can find YouTube videos on it, but pretty much what you see is exactly what you should be doing. And you do, like I said, repeat that for 3 sets at least before your actual pull-up workout. Now, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna adjust the camera so you guys can see over here. This is for you guys who can't do a pull-up yet. And I've showed this in a video before. As you can see, we have the dip station here. I showed this in a video before. If you can't do pull-ups, then what you need to do is an exercise that kind of uses the same muscles, because you want to build that strength up in order to get your real pull-up. So you're gonna have to basically, take it how it is. Don't get into your feelings and be upset that you can't do it. Don't force yourself to do pull-ups if you can't. So you get onto the dip bar here, and he's going to perform the Australian pull-ups, which I showed you guys before in another video. And basically what you do is, you know, you lay down the way he's going to do that now, feet flat on the ground, and then you just basically pull with your lat and your back. As you can see, he's not bending, his form isn't sloppy. He has his feet flat on the ground. The rocks are kind of slippery here, but we have, you know, steady space that we can use, but that's about as steady as the space we can find, I mean. So as you see, he's pulling. Good, that's good. And that right there is going to build your strength up over time. You do that for sets and reps. Now, even me doing that exercise right now, you can still get a great workout from that. You're going to feel the muscles being targeted. What's important is that when you're doing it, you keep your back and everything nice and straight, and you're actually pulling from your lats and your back. You don't want to pull just from your arms. So that's how you build the strength to be able to do an actual real pull up. Let me adjust the camera one more time. Those Australian pulls right there, or, you know, some people call them rows, whatever you want to call them, that builds that strength needed. So that's a very important exercise for you beginners out there. Now, the next step, I would say after that, because that right there, anybody, you should be able to do that exercise. Then again, you see how his feet was flat on the floor. If you can't perform that exercise right away, the way he was doing, if you can perform the exercise while your feet are flat on the floor, sorry, been up early, it's been a long day, but while your feet are flat on the floor, anybody should be able to perform that exercise, is what I was trying to say. Now, to make that exercise even harder, you can use a chair. Once you become more advanced, put your legs and your feet on the chair and then pull from your body. It takes you know, the help that you were getting, the assisted help that you were getting from your feet being placed on the ground, and makes the exercise harder. And therefore, you hit that for a couple sets and reps, and you do this over time. It's going to take some time to build up your strength. I say you hit that for at least 3 weeks to a month. You're going to be strong enough to get at least one pull-up. Now, once you reach that level to where you want to, if you do want to train pull-ups, another exercise even for beginners who you know, didn't really exercise and do the Australian pull-ups yet, you can use a band. So as I'm going to show you now, we have a gray band here. And what you do is you take the band and you basically wrap it over the middle of the bar, as I've shown in another video before. You loop it through, and what the band does, it provides you with the assistance that you need. It kind of takes pounds off of you. So if you're pretty heavy, a band is the way to go, because it's going to get your body used to the movement, and you know, that's key to doing your pull-ups. You want to get used to that movement. Now, as you advance, you can make the band lighter to make the exercise more difficult. That way, eventually, you can just go to using no band. He's going to perform a couple banded pull-ups to show you how it's done. And sometimes it's difficult pulling the band down, so you want to, you know, pull down with a good bit of strength. Get your feet right in there. You can either use 1 or 2 feet, it's up to you. One's fine. Grab the bar to come at least shoulder width apart, or a little wider than shoulder width apart. As you can see, it's performing its pull-ups now, and you can see all the muscles being activated. So it's definitely a good exercise to do if you're good right now. It's definitely a good exercise to do if you're trying to build your strength up and get used to the movement and the technique needed. Now, once you complete that, you know, you do sets and reps of that same thing, 3 weeks to a month. Some of you might advance even quicker if you're stronger. It all depends on your fitness level. Those are perfect exercises right there between the Australian pulls and the banded pulls. Now, I have a couple items here I want to show you guys, you know, things that help us recover and what we do every day. But before we get into that, I'm gonna still stay on the pull-up subject here, and I'm gonna show you guys, you know, as beginners out there, when you're doing pull-ups, your hands can get pretty rough. You develop calluses. You know, I was also the type of person who I was looking for the perfect pull-up glove, you know, and so I started off with certain gloves or grips that I would buy online. I'm gonna show you a couple of these things right now that I have that you can purchase. It is still, even with the grips and gloves, you're still going to develop some type of callus, so that'll help you advance over time, and then you can take the glove off. But what I've found in my workout journey is that, you know, using no gloves is the best way to go. But if you guys have a pull-up bar that's actually kind of slippery, they're all made differently. So the one I have in the house is actually a slippery pull-up bar, so I have to have some type of glove or some type of rubber to put on the bar to keep it from sliding. Now, you get on a slippery bar like that, you're going to lose reps. You know, it's going to take away from your exercise. So I see you got to do what you got to do. Another way is to just buy chalk your hands up. That's kind of too messy for me. I don't like to use the chalk, so that's why I do what I do. I'm going to show you guys now. Now, I'm not advertising these gloves. I don't, I'm not sponsored by their company at all, so I'm not going to say the name brand. But, they're pretty much just gloves right here. They're grip, like a grip pad glove. You put your fingers in there right there. You can see they have grip on the opposite side. So that makes it more comfortable during the pull-up. And it works pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I like it better for chin-ups or neutral grips. And the reason being is because with these, you have the rings that you put your fingers through. The stitching can sometimes get into your inner fingers here and cause a little bit of irritation. So I don't like using them because of that reason. But also, I also have another set of gloves. These gloves you can find weightlifting. You can use, but the good thing is with these grip pads, you can actually use them for curling, if you're into lifting heavy, things like that. I wouldn't suggest using it for a bench press. Now, there's another grip that we have, and this one I like a lot right here. You can find this at any of your sporting stores right there, wherever you live at, go to your local sporting store. These are great for pull-ups right here. And the reason I like it is because of how thin it is, as you can see. And what I do is I wrap it over the bar. I don't, see these here, they come to where you can strap it. You strap your wrist around it for wrist protection. I leave that open and I just wrap this around the bar just like so. And I'll do my pull-ups this way. You can even do thumb under if you want. But it keeps you from sliding. Really good gloves to use. Probably a little more expensive. I'm not sure the price now. But those are two items you guys can purchase to help you. But yeah, guys, like I said, the best glove is going to be no gloves. You don't want any gloves after a long run. Once you do get used to it and develop a little bit of callus and get it strong, I recommend, finding a bar that's good for you and your grip isn't slipping and too bad. Your hands are going to hurt. That's just the whole process. But over time, the more you do it, the stronger your calluses become, the less they rip, and the more reps you're able to pop out. You jump, just push out. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the recovery subject. Another thing we do every day for recovery, every day before we work out, days after we work out, days we don't work out. Well, we have they're foam rollers. Everybody knows what a foam roller is. I have two. This one right here is a smaller foam roller. As you can see, it's probably, in my arm is bigger than it. And what I do with this one here, it's pretty firm, but what I like to do is I set it up against the wall to where it's up against my back like so. And then I'll just go ahead and roll out any muscle knots or tightness. You can even put it up higher and reach the traps area. It's a great tool to use throughout your workout journey. You're gonna be getting sore, you're gonna have tightness. It's gonna, limit your mobility if you're not doing things like this. So I suggest purchasing a small one just for that reason there. Put it up against the wall and get out those muscle knots. And what I like to do is when I roll it on to the certain spot that's tight, I'll put pressure on it and I would hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds, depending on how, until the pain goes away. And usually it works right away. You won't feel any tightness and you're able to have more mobility and even work out that day. Now, the second foam roller I have, this one's a lot softer. It's a lot bigger than the other one I have. And of course, you do what you do with this. It's just a plain old, lay it on the floor, roll your back out. You lay on the floor and just roll your back out, get all the muscle tightness and knots out of there. This comes in handy too. You definitely got to have these foam rollers, guys, if you're looking forward to recovering fast enough to perform to the best of your ability. Now, as for recovery, another thing that I do usually every day, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that and show you. How was your day, honey?
Good.
Excuse Excuse the noise in the background, guys. My daughter just got home from school. Another thing that I like to do is the massage gun. You see these in every store. You know, purchase one. They're great. They definitely come in handy. You can turn it on, and basically this one right here has a higher speed. I believe you get what you pay for, so the more money you invest, the better the tool that you're using is going to be. So what I like to do is I would turn that on, and I would hit my traps area right here. When you're doing pull-ups, your traps, your neck, everything gets sore. Shoulders, with every exercise. So I would hit the trap area, each side. I'd hit the shoulders, of course, the chest, and I would do that for as long as I feel is necessary for me and for my muscles to not feel so tight. Also, I like to hit the brachialis muscle, the forearms, the biceps. You can hit your triceps, you know, basically wherever you're sore at. You just got to watch for them bony areas. If you got a lot, you know, if you're skinny and you got them bones, then you got to be careful, because this will hurt if you hit them bony spots. But they come in handy and they help you recover really good. And again, I'm not sponsored. I'm not advertising this for free. I mean, I'm pretty much advertising it for free. I'm not going to tell you the name brand, things like that. There's all kinds of different name brands out there for massage guns and things like that. Also, another thing that I do every day on my stiff muscles, because I like to work out and I usually go pretty hard, so you know, you have to recover. We have ice packs. I purchased an ice pack that's it's a squared shape, and it's pretty big. I would say probably 2 feet long, and you know, I use that for my back. But also I have this right here, which is a pretty long heat wrap, which you can wrap around your trap muscles, your neck, your back area. I even put it on my chest after a tough chest workout. I like to heat mine up for 2 minutes, and then I'll put that on the body. You know, it lasts 10 to 20 minutes, I would say. Really great for recovery. Again, heat increases your recovery. So once you're putting heat on them sore areas, also to loosen up them tight muscles, give you your mobility back. So those are a lot of things. These are a lot of good tips, guys. I'm telling you, you know, things that you can use to recover and be able to perform on a day-to-day basis. Now, this is what I do every single day. I use all these items that I showed you. Now, work one. Give me a minute here, y'all. My last tip for the day that I'm going to show you guys, this isn't on the pull-ups. This is actually on the muscle-up. So I said in plenty of my videos that those of you following along know that I just unlocked the muscle-up, and I told you guys about the exercise that I do that's down there at the park with the lower bar. That lower bar really helped me develop the strength a lot. But I didn't always have time to go down there to that park. So what I would do is, I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there, whoever's into bodybuilding or even calisthenics exercising, you probably bought a pull-up bar / squat rack by now. And so you can do this at home. You just purchase if you have a squat rack, you get a barbell. Purchase a barbell, you know, you bench press with those. I use it to put it on my squat rack here, and I'm gonna show you what I did to unlock my muscle up, to build the strength that I needed to unlock the muscle up. So what I'm gonna work with me, I'm gonna adjust the camera here. All right, so as you can see, the setup I have here, I have the barbell right on the squat rack, and the bands that's wrapped around there, I have 2 resistance bands that I purchased from Walmart, I believe, something like that, nothing crazy. But anyways, I wrapped them around, I tied it tight. I made sure that the bar is nice and tight up against the squat rack so it won't roll on me. Now my barbell, which a lot of barbells do have, it has rough area for your hands, you know. It's basically so you don't lose grip when you're out there bench pressing. But so that would tear your skin up. You have to have gloves. So what I did is I went up to Walmart, purchased these gloves right here, you know, a little bit of grip pad there, and you know, you put these gloves on so before you perform the exercise, that way you don't eat your skin up. So this is a great exercise. This is definitely what helped me unlock the muscle up and have that strength to do it. So what I would do, I'm gonna see here, I'm not sure how good you can see. Let me adjust my camera. What I would do is I would mimic the muscle up But you know, being that it's a little lower, you can't really swing under the bar. So what you do is you stay flat on your feet, but when you swing forward under the bar, your knees come out. You let your knees come forward and touch the ground pretty much. So I'm gonna show you the movement. Hopefully the camera catches it. So what I do is I grab a comfortable width apart, whatever's good for your shoulders. I grab it a little bit outside of shoulder width, and then I would come down under the bar, knees forward, just as so, and I swing here. And when I come up, I just jump up into the bar, push up, and then I would do it again. Come down under, jump, push up, come down under, jump, push up, and I would repeat that just like that. And I would do that for sets and reps. Now it's a great workout. You'll definitely sweat, you'll definitely feel the strength. I mean, you'll definitely feel, you know, your body needing to use a lot of strength to complete this exercise as you get farther into your reps and sets. So I would do that for as many sets and reps as I can, because I wanted to unlock the muscle up bad. But like I said, guys, that's a really great tip for those of you that don't have a park and you can't get down to find one of them bars anywhere in your area. Put your barbell right on your squat rack. The squat rack that I have is a pull-up bar, but it has the hose where you can adjust the height. You can adjust the height of the bar here, the squat rack handles, to where you want your bar to be lowered or higher. Also, as you've seen, my son performed the Australian pull-ups on a dip bar. Now with this right here, any squat rack also, if you have one that's adjustable where you can go up and down, you can adjust this handle right here as far down as you want. And it's great for Australian pull-ups, and that way you can practice the grip this way. Instead of holding a dip bar by the handles doing a neutral grip, you're able to hold the barbell as if you were doing a pull-up with your back out. Same concept as the last, feet flat on the ground, back pulled back, lats activated, and pull from your back and your lats. And you just continue to pump out reps and sets. And that's going to build your strength up and help you to do a real pull-up over time. So, you know, that's pretty much everything I have for today, guys. That's what I've done. That's what helped me. I hope that this helps you beginners out there. You know, like and subscribe. Keep following along for more tips. God bless everybody.